So how tough is it going through and playing hockey as a kid, and how tough is it to make the decision to leave home and come here to further your hockey career?
Yeah, like the first steps were really tough, and then that's why maybe I didn't go CHL right away because my first agent were asking me, because I remember when I was 17, my agent was like, man, maybe we should go, because my dream was always play NHL, and then my agent was like, man, you want to go try CHL maybe, because like that's the way to go, And then when I was 17, I was like, okay, maybe I'll stay. And I was like, okay. And then I spoke to a couple of guys, and I was like, no, man, like I feel like I want to go, because that's what I thought. I'm like, no, I want to like grow as a player first, and then like whatever happens. That's why I was like, after that I left to I went to USHL first, because like you don't have to be drafted there, and I was like late in the season too. And then after that I went to CHL.
How tough is that first? Can you compare how tough it was joining a junior team to how tough it was joining the Marlies?
You know what, actually, I would say for me the transition was so much tougher to go USHL my first year, because like I couldn't speak any English, like you come there, you like, man, like that's a totally new world for you. So you're learning a lot of stuff. I remember like I had tough time too, when you're like, man, I have no idea what we do. Like I remember my first ice when I was at like first practice, and then coach just like tell what to do, and I'm like, okay, like what do we do? And then I'm trying to ask someone, but like they explain me in English. I'm like, man, I have no idea what we're doing. And then and then to join Marlies, of course, it was like step up from CHL hockey to Marlies, but like it's just like I got so lucky, drafted by Toronto Maple Leafs. Like their organization is like so high. Like everything is the best. The like coaching staff, like management. Like practice facilities. Like everything is just like two teams here. Like I feel like I got so lucky to drafted by Toronto.
That the injury and the amount of time you have had off. How difficult has it been to be off and away from playing games in mid-season?
So I would say in the beginning it's tough, of course, when you like when I spoke to doctor and he's saying like you have to do surgery. I'm like, wow, man, like this is like end of the season. I have to be ready for playoffs. It's like the most exciting part, But and then when you realize there's like no ways back, and then there's no other ways to to do other way, so you just have to accept it and see the opportunities you have like while you're injured. Like that's what I did. That's how I spend my time to do and I feel like it's a lot of other things to learn besides just hockey practice and stuff. It's actually helped me a lot with my with my game too.
Who have you learned from, do you think, player-wise, over the last few years in the organization since you've been drafted?
Soupy for sure, Andrew Campbell. Like my first year, he helped me a lot, like on the ice, off the ice, and then I remember I was roommating with him, and Soupy, and then like there's a lot of guys who I took like some part of some part of their game, and like not just in this team, maybe even like playing against some other team and like seeing defensemen or joining the rush or someone like making plays, that's like a lot of guys.